It's the 23rd of the month. You get paid on the 1st, and somehow every single month, without fail, by the 23rd, you're already doing math in your head, already checking your balance before you swipe your card, already wondering where it all went, even though you didn't buy anything crazy. No vacations, no big purchases, nothing you could point to and say, that's the reason. And here's the part that should genuinely unsettle you. That feeling isn't random. It isn't bad luck. It's not anything like adulting is expensive. It is the result of dozens of small, deliberate decisions made by companies who have studied exactly how your brain works and built systems specifically engineered to make sure you never see the leak until it's too late to stop it. Today, I'm going to show you where your money actually goes, and once you see it, you will never look at your bank statement the same way again. Let's start with an experiment researchers actually ran. They asked a group of people one simple question: how much do you spend on subscriptions every month? People thought about it, they did some quick mental math, gave their answer. The average guess was $86 a month. Then the researchers did something most people never do for themselves. They sat each person down and made them go line by line through their actual bank and credit card statements. Every charge, every app, every little thing on autopilot. The real number wasn't $86, it was $219. Read that gap again. People weren't off by a little, they were off by 2.5 times. Hundreds of dollars a month gone, and their own brain had no record of it. Now ask yourself something. If you guessed your number right now off the top of your head, how confident are you that you're not making the exact same mistake? Here's the mechanism. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. The average person today is juggling 8.2 active subscriptions at once: streaming, cloud storage, a password manager, a fitness app, food delivery, something you signed up for during a free trial 11 months ago and never thought about again. None of these on their own feel like anything. $9.99 here, $14.99 there. That's not a number your brain flags as a threat. That's the price of a sandwich. Nobody declares war over a sandwich. But here's the trick. If one single company walked up to you today and asked for $219 in cash right now out of your wallet, you would feel that. Every nerve in your body would say no. So they don't ask for $219. They ask 8 separate times for a fraction of that on 8 different days of the month through 8 different billing systems, specifically so that the total never assembles itself in your head. This isn't an accident. This is the entire architecture of the modern subscription economy, built, tested, and refined by some of the smartest behavioral scientists in the world. To be small enough to ignore and frequent enough to never stop. Now, here's where it turns from clever into something closer to a trap. A huge percentage of what you're paying for you don't even use. The average person wastes over $200 a year on subscriptions sitting completely dormant, just running, just charging, for a service they haven't opened in months. Think about how that actually happens. You sign up for a free trial. You tell yourself, I'll definitely cancel before it charges me. You mean it. In that moment, you genuinely mean it. And then life happens. You forget, the trial ends, the charge goes through, and it keeps going through month after month. Completely silent because nothing about it demands your attention. Here's the uncomfortable truth about the free trial. It was never really designed to get you to fall in love with the product. It was designed to get your credit card number into their system because once it's in there, they don't need you to love the product. They just need you to forget. And they are betting with extremely good data behind that bet that you will. Now, I want to show you something that happens completely outside your subscriptions. Something that's been quietly stealing from you in the grocery store for years. It's called shrinkflation. And here's how it works. A company doesn't raise the price of your products simply because it's your favorite product. Raising the price is risky. People notice that. People compare. People might switch brands. So instead, they keep the price exactly the same, but they shrink the product. Your bag of chips looks the exact same on the shelf. Same logo, same color, same price sticker. But inside, there's less than there was last year. Your cereal box is a few grams lighter. Your ice cream tub quietly dropped from half a gallon to something just under it, sold at the exact same price you've always paid for. There's no announcement, no label that says 12% smaller now. You are simply expected not to notice. And the genius of it, the truly unsettling part, is that you don't actually notice it because nobody weighs their groceries. You just keep buying what you always buy, paying for what feels normal, and slowly, methodically, getting less for the same money every single time you shop. It is a price increase. They just made sure it didn't feel like one. Now, here's the part that explains the bigger picture. The reason your paycheck feels smaller, even in years when your salary technically went up, is inflation. If prices raise 4% in a year and your raise was 3%, something just happened to you that your pay stub will never tell you directly. You got a pay cut. You're holding more dollars than you were last year, but each one of those dollars is quietly worth less than it used to be. Your grocery bill went up, your gas went up, your rent went up, and the numbers on your paycheck, even though it's bigger, is losing a race against prices that most people never realize is even happening. You don't feel inflation as one event. You feel it as 1,000 tiny disappointments. A grocery bill that feels heavier. A dinner out that costs more than you remember. A general sense that money just doesn't go as far as it used to. It's not a feeling, it's math. Quiet, relentless, working against you in the background of every single purchase. There's one more leak, and this one specifically targets the people who could least afford it. It's bank fees, overdraft charges, monthly maintenance fees, ATM fees for using the wrong machine. Each one looks small, sitting alone on a statement. $3 here, $35 there. But here's the part that should make you angry. The system is built so that the less money you have, the more likely you are to get charged for not having enough of it. The person with a comfortable cushion in their account almost never overdrafts. The person living paycheck to paycheck, the person who can least absorb a surprise $35 fee, is statistically the one paying it over and over again. The system charges you most precisely when you have the least. So here's what's actually been happening to you. It was never one big leak. If it were one big leak, you would have found it and patched it in 5 minutes. It's a dozen small ones, each engineered to be too quiet to notice on its own. A forgotten subscription, a shrinking cereal box, a raise that quietly lost to inflation, a fee charged at the exact moment you had the least room to absorb it. Each one whispers. Together, they roar. And the only reason this system works, the only reason it's been allowed to keep working for years, is that almost nobody ever stops, sits down, and actually adds it all up. You just did. And if you're the kind of person who actually wants to know the truth about where your money goes, who doesn't want to be the one getting played, hit subscribe. Because every single video on this channel is built to show you exactly what the system doesn't want you to see. Like this video if it opened your eyes, because it tells me to keep making them. And drop a comment below. Tell me what subscription you just remembered you were still paying for. I guarantee at least one of you is about to cancel something you forgot existed 3 months ago. By listening to this, by even asking the question, where does my paycheck actually go? You already did the one thing the entire system is betting you won't do. You looked. Now go pull your last 3 statements. Find the subscriptions you forgot. Cancel what you don't use. Start checking weight and volume, not just price. Remember that a raise smaller than inflation isn't progress. It's standing still while pretending to move forward. None of this fixes everything overnight, but it's the 23rd of the month, and for the first time, you actually know where it went.